Hi YouTube, it's that time of the week where I get to look over my favorite YouTube comments. Some nice ones, some constructive feedback ones, some not nice ones. I love them all. And if you guys want to appear in this video, you just gotta leave a comment and I might go over it. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe, all that. Master Link TM here has an issue with my camera. He says, please stabilize that camera. The camera shake is making me sick. Now, this was done on my Crossheart deck profile. To be fair, there was a little bit of a camera shaking. Now, the camera that I have set up for deck profiles, as you guys may have noticed, isn't the best. However, when you only want to use content creator funds to buy things, it gets a little bit expensive sometimes, you know what I mean? And I got all sorts of purchases planned for like background stuff and whatever. Anyway, eventually, camera thing will be fine. Uh, I have a whole plan to do really cool looking deck profiles. Like I'll give a Vault a shout out here, Mr. Jeffrey. He's the ideal standard. Those are the deck profiles I wanted to make back in the day, but now I just don't have time. If I can ever do this working from home, you'll never see shaky camera ever again. Alas, that's not how it goes though. So that's okay. One day this will be fixed though. Don't worry. Doragormon Zero says, for an April Fool's deck, this is actually pretty decent. Shotgun times 3 is basically the new X4 in terms of getting you more cards, albeit without the broken ability reset tamers. 100% true? Absolutely. I got a lot of comments about it being an April Fool's joke, the deck profile. I'm like, no, it's real. You will see Crossheart everywhere at regionals, and it'll look something like that, so. Yeah. Savin here says, third place is still good. Never needed a placement to trust your word for deck building, but it's nice to see. Yes. I got my 11th. I do believe it's 11. I got to fact check myself. It is either 10 or 11. But we got another top, which is really, really cool. People like to take a big dump over my deck profiles, and it's probably just out of jealousy, to be honest. Or they think they know best, when clearly they don't. It's all psychology. It's all really complicated brain mental stuff that I'm not going to talk about today. But the haters, the haters are insignificant. If I'm hated, it means I'm doing something right. People will dump on my deck profiles all the time, but it's okay. Let them. Doesn't matter to me. But yeah, it's nice to know there's a lot of people out there, which clearly there are, that do trust my deck profiles. Otherwise, I wouldn't be as popular as I am. Noob Hero 7. I cannot understand the mental gymnastics critics going through the gate say holy moly. I cannot understand the mental gymnastics critics go through to say a person isn't good at the game when said person has a regionals championship on the resume. LOL. Yeah, same. Yeah, that happens too. Still get people that say, "Oh, he's not that good." Insert same speech from last comment there. Scoutlight. As Beelzemon is probably going to be one of the most played decks for a while, and with the rise of more decks revolving around the trash, I think Omnimon Merciful Mode will probably be the new Omni X now for the format. Return any 10 cards back to the opponent's deck, and depending on the deck setup, you can delete 2 Digimon as well, along with having a chance to trust security. That's a really interesting comment, because in one of my decks that I'm not going to spoil for now, I am playing a Merciful Mode. And that is one of the purposes of playing the Merciful Mode. So that's actually a really cool comment. I like this. I like this a lot. The nice insight here is very much appreciated. Let's go get that bread. Yeah. Says Chris McLaren. Big Chris McLaren. Let's get that bread indeed. Gucci Breh. Regardless of what people say, Mulligan was hype as F. And not as for hand traps, I don't mind if I'm not mistaken. OP has those counters that play from hand. So I feel like they're just taking the approach because the other games are doing it. That's for the Ace card. They're amazing. Also not too broken. Has some fallback, and it's the newest thing introduced since beating that X antibody. End of the day, I'm all for it. That's a comment. Yeah. One Piece has stuff like that. DBS does, so I'm not surprised that Digimon follows suit. But I believe the next comment is going to take me more into my thought process amongst them. Coming from Magic the Gathering, I thought Ace cards allowing players to be more reactive was probably the best thing to come from the game, other than the new Mulligan rule. And this thread had all sorts of comments. I'm not going to get into those ones. Here's the thing, right? Hand traps in certain games, counters in certain games, have gotten absolutely insane. if you look at Yu-Gi-Oh, for instance, it started with things like Hanawada, D.D. Crow, Gores, Tragodia, Battle Fader, and ended up giving us completely insane nonsense like Max C, D-Shifter, Nibiru. Magic has also had power creep in that regard too. These hand traps that Digimon has coming out in October for us aren't that game changing. They're additions to a deck that you can choose to play if you want to. But like, give it time, because these cards are intended to help with the power creep by being more reactive on your opponent's turn. That will also need power creeping, and that's when you're going to get things like the Max C's and the Nibirus and D-Shifters. Do mark my words, bigger ones will be coming, and when they do, people will be complaining about them. But until then, it's okay. It's okay. Not this title, Mario. Please leave the Galga prices alone. My last comment video was about the Mirage Galgamon deck. Yeah, Mirage Galgamon's okay, I guess. Ethan ML, what are Leo Force haters typically running instead? The main motivation for it is just that the other region ones are all pretty bad, right? Okay, this also had a lot of comments on it, so I'm not going to go into details. But people do not like Leo Force. People either love it or they do not like it. And they would prefer to run literally anything else. I do think Leo Force is the best because it gives you blockers, gives you Jerry, gives you draw power. But not everyone feels the same way. I invite those people to, play some games. And, if someone that's topped the regionals or Ultimate Cup or whatever else Force does a different version, please tell us why that's not the best way to play the deck Leo Force version. Until then, doesn't really matter, does it? Soul X Cross. Digimon hasn't felt so alive. I love this game, man. Well, I'm very happy that Soul X Cross hasn't felt so alive. That's very nice to hear. Calvin Corp. Hi, Mario. I am from the Netherlands and love these market watchers. I run my own card store and organize events for Bandai. These videos sometimes show me pricing for cards going up before they go here. That's actually super cool. It's like time travel. But I'm glad that the market watchers are helping people across the world. That is really, really cool. Calvin Corp, if you ever end up running a big Bandai event, like an online regional or something, and you want commentary, hit this guy up, But no, I'm glad that people worldwide can find uses of my market watch for sure. Saga plays. Tier 0 still loses hard to Love Tap on Mother, and they do make Mother Mommy weak in the knees. I put undefeated Tier 0 because Luca specifically asked me to put undefeated Tier 0 in the name of the deck. I would not have put it. I just would have put undefeated, because that's true. I would not have included the Tier 0 part. However, that did make things a little funny. The final comment goes to Noob Hero again. Nice to see D Reaper surviving. Really liking the meta spread between 11 so far. D Reaper surviving is really cool. And it's nice to see, which is an interesting comment, because back in the day, people hated D Reaper, and now people love it. Now it's refreshing. I don't know. Digimon players are weird. That's it for the comment section. You guys, let me know what your favorite comments are, and if you want to be involved, just leave a comment, guys. It could be fun. Anyway, see you later. Bye.